Okay, today we're going to build a tiny SwiftUI app where you can tap school supplies and they get packed into a cute little backpack. We'll use arrays, at state, ForEach, and tap gestures. So this is a perfect little mini project for practicing data and UI updates. So we're going to start with a project. So if you haven't already done so, open up Xcode, create yourself a project, make sure it's SwiftUI, create a backpack project, and I will remove the text and the image that shows up there. The other thing I like to do right off the bat, because these curly braces can get you, is end. I always say which one it ends. I know there's other ways to do this, folding, etc., but when you're coding, I find this to be the easiest way to make sure that you know exactly where you're putting things. Now you can go a little further if you'd like and go ahead and put it in your main, what I call my main VStack. I don't do this for every curly brace, but just these ones for sure. For some reason, I find that they can cause you problems if you put things in the wrong place. So the first thing we're going to do is just a basic layout, giving it a title and the backpack image. No real logic, just the structure. So let's start with our text, and we're just going to say tap a school supply to add it to your backpack. Okay, so you'll see this in the preview, and I don't know, I want to make it bigger, and I definitely want it to break where I want it to break. So what I'm going to do is throw in a \n. So for most of you, you know a \n goes to a new line, right? It's still kind of small and not really pretty. So let's kind of add some modifiers. We're going to change the font to a title, right? That'll just make it bigger. And then we are going to add a modifier to do what we call a multi-line text alignment, and I'm going to choose center. So you'll watch it go ahead and center the whole thing. Lastly, it probably adds it for me, but of course, yes, we want to add a little bit of padding to that. Okay. The next thing we want to do is we want to add our backpack. So we're going to not add what it wants to and choose an image. And how did it know? Backpack. Probably because I've done this a bunch of times. So let's wait until we see the image show up here. Oh, it's not going to. System image, because it's a system image. So we're giving it a system name, and we're giving it the string. There we go. Now we should see it. And I know it's really small. We're going to make that a little bit bigger, but that is our little backpack. And this is a system image that I had found. You can always go through and look at a variety of different system images. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is make this resizable. By making it resizable, boom, there we go. It's pretty big right now. I'm probably going to adjust that, and I'm going to use the frame to do this. And so in frame, I'm going to choose a width, and we can let it go with what it says just to keep it in there. That's not quite what I like, but I like the width at 300, and then I want the height to be at 400. So that's going to be the size of our backpack. Now, the other thing I want to do is, yes, throw in some padding, excuse me, and I also want to do a color, foreground color. Let's see if I can do this, and you can choose any color you'd like. I'm going to make mine brown. Okay, so now I have this wonderful little brown backpack, right? So you'll take a look at this. This is really just the title and a big backpack, and we're ready now to add some data.